Hi everyone, it's Agnieszka from 5 Minute Language. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So today's video is all about getting from intermediate to advanced, and that's a topic that I talk about a lot on my TikTok. If you don't follow me there, then make sure you do so. I'm 5 Minute Language, and I also have spoken about it on this channel as well. But today we're going to talk about the specific strategies that you can introduce to your language learning routine that will help you move beyond the intermediate level. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is tone, and tone is something that really can hold you back. So when you're learning to speak a foreign language, you often focus on vocabulary, on practicing your pronunciation, your intonation, but actually tone is one of those things that many people kind of ignore, or they don't really focus too much on it. But actually tone is very important because it can really make you sound quite rude sometimes, or if you're trying to be friendly, if you use the wrong tone, then you will sound unfriendly, or if you're trying to sound formal and you use the wrong tone, you will sound informal, and you don't want to be doing that. So in English, for example, if you say pass me the salt versus could you pass me the salt please, these two sentences have very different tone. One of them is more polite, the other one is less polite. Another example in English, if you say to somebody, you're wrong, that can come across as a bit rude. But if you say, I understand what you mean, but, and then explain your point, you will come across as a little bit more friendly, a little bit more polite as well. So make sure that you read about the tone of the language that you're learning and how the different types of tone can be achieved. So I'm sure you can find lots of information about this online. I won't be going into too much detail, but make tone part of your daily learning or weekly learning. Make sure you look up different ways of saying different things depending on the tone that you want to use. Okay, the next thing about moving from intermediate to advanced in a foreign language is about vocabulary. So often language learners think that they should be using very sophisticated vocabulary when speaking, and that will make them sound advanced. But actually, sometimes if you use overcomplicated vocabulary, people will know that you're not advanced yet because you don't really understand the subtle differences between the kind of complex vocabulary and simple vocabulary. So for example, if you're talking to a friend and you say, I received your email yesterday, instead of I got your email yesterday, you will not sound very natural because nobody really talks like that, even in a kind of formal situation. So instead of saying received, you just need to say got, and that makes you sound more natural, which means you sound more advanced in the language. The same goes for the verb inquire in English. For example, if you say my friend inquired about whether I want to go to the cinema with her instead of she asked, then obviously you're using over sophisticated vocabulary, over complicated vocabulary, and that doesn't make you sound more advanced. In fact, it makes you sound less natural, so actually less advanced. Number 3 is collocations, and I talk about collocations a lot in my YouTube videos, on my TikTok. Collocations are basically combinations of words that sound natural in the language you're learning. So for example, combinations of adjectives and nouns, or prepositions and verbs. There's lots of combinations like that in any language. You can get a collocations dictionary. You can learn collocations through reading by underlining phrases in sentences and then learning them, and those phrases will be coming back again and again when you do more reading in the language. So learn collocations. That will help you again sound more natural, use the right combinations of words together in the right context, and you will move from intermediate to advanced more quickly. Okay, the next one is intonation. So when you're learning a foreign language and you're trying to go from intermediate to advanced, it's really good to focus on your intonation. So how the language goes up and down and the kind of musicality of the language. Intonation will really help you become more understood sometimes when you use the wrong intonation in the language. it can actually make you sound incomprehensible sometimes if it's quite extreme. But also intonation will help you express your personality a little bit better, express your mood and the kind of emotions that go around what you're saying. And the final one is probably the obvious one, which you guessed right, vocabulary and synonyms. So just simply learning lots and lots of vocabulary. You can do that through reading, you can do that through watching videos or listening to podcasts, and learning lots of synonyms and understanding the difference between the different synonyms of the same word. So I definitely recommend those 5 tips for moving from intermediate to advanced. Let me know in the comments below your favorite tip or your favorite technique that you're using to help you move towards advanced in a foreign language. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on TikTok as well, 5 Minute Language, and I'll see you next time. Bye!